Timmy Turner. He been with you for a burner. Tequila ain't like walking. You know that it's on the furnace. Bobby Joe BT. How they watch you fucking no BT. Riding for wallet. Tequila ain't like walking. You know that it's on the furnace. Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner. He been with you for a burner. Tequila ain't like walking. You know that it's on the furnace. Bobby Joe BT. How they watch you fucking no BT. Riding for wallet. Tequila ain't like walking. You know that it's on the furnace. Timmy Turner. You were wishing for a burner. Tequila, everybody rockin'. You know that it's on the furnace. Probably no BT. Now they want you, but ain't no BT. But it's a party. Tequila, everybody rockin'. You know that it's on the furnace. Timmy Turner. 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 Timmy Turner.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Hella Moted. This beat was sent in by Chris P. Shout out to Chris P. And this episode of Hella Moted is brought to you by Free Bread. Go to freebreadintl.com for your latest news in music and art and fashion and culture. Today on the podcast, we have Janesse Henke. So Janesse has a real incredible kind of comeback underdog story, a story about going to rock bottom and coming all the way back up. So I just wanted to have someone with this kind of view. So maybe if you relate to it, if you know someone who relates to this story, that you might find some inspiration. And I just hope you guys enjoy this podcast. So without further ado, Janesse Henke.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, shit. Moted.
I just got moted.
You got moted.
Let me see moted face. Moted.
How does it feel to get moted, bitch?
Moted.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Guys, you're stupid.
When you get moted, you'll say anything to change the subject.
Moted.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? It's your boy, Bong, the Barbarian, over here with my boy Pmac.
What's up, everybody?
And you are now listening to Hella Moted. We're over here with our homegirl, Janesse Henke.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing so well. I'm so happy to be here tonight. This is
Nice.
an awesome experience.
So when we were thinking about like having guests for our podcast, we didn't like know who to ask for our first couple of episodes. And I was talking to my girl Evita, and I was saying like, you know what, we need people to interview and who have cool stories for the podcast. They don't necessarily have to be like superstar status or anything like that, but they just have to be interesting and have a cool story to tell. And she was kind of telling me a little bit about your story, and I thought it was like really interesting and could potentially help other people listening to the podcast. So I just wanted to jump right into it right away. So I wanted to know about you and your story. So.
All right. So I'll just lay it on out. So I'm 25 now, and my whole life has been just like a whirlwind of just crazy shit. So I started out, I'll try not to take too long, but I started out, I live in Gilroy. I was from Gilroy originally. I love garlic like no other. But, I always had like the dysfunctional family, kind of typical of a lot of families, really. People just don't really talk about it. But I had a kind of a dysfunctional family growing up, but I always had a love for dance. I always had a love for performing. I was always super interested in just being wild and outlandish. And so I took dance kind of to the next level. And for me, I call it like my Hannah Montana syndrome, right? Like I was always two people at once. Like I was able to show up and show out and be like diva or this and that, but on the inside, I was always struggling with something. I was always, whether it was just self-denial, like not thinking I could do things right, or even self-hatred. Like I really went through a phase where I hated my body. I just hated who I was. And being a performer, it's so much about your appearance and how you look all the time. So I struggled a lot growing up with that. And when I turned 18 and finally graduated from high school, I just decided I wanted to get out of Gilroy. I wanted to start something new. So I moved to San Francisco, and I danced in San Francisco. Before then, I met your girl, Evita. We danced together. But at that time in my life, it was all fun and games. I started to kind of like love myself a little bit. But then I started like gaining weight from like going to the Castro, like hitting up different places. And I went home and one of my aunts looked at me and she was just like, what happened to you? Because I had gained weight. And ever since that point, to kind of condense my story, I really fell into eating disorders and fell super, super hard. So it started out like maybe, I was bulimic, so I would make myself throw up. So it started out like once a week, and then it progressively turned into like 6 times a day. And it was during this time in San Francisco where I was like, all right, I'm dancing. I really want to like make it. I want to go to LA. I want to be famous. So I decided that now was the right time. It's about 19. So I moved to Los Angeles and I did the industry dance thing there. And on the outside, it looked perfect. Like my Facebook statuses, I was always like in a shoot. I was always doing a video. I was always doing this, that. People were like, oh my God, like you're doing so well. Like, holy shit, like you're making it. Like I was in a Mariah Carey music video. I did a photo shoot for Ray J. Like it was awesome on the outside. But on the inside, oh my God, I was so lonely. I was in a new place. I was super stressed out all the time, trying to work, go to school, and do auditions all at the same time. And I really struggled with failure. Like, yeah, I was doing these great things, but when I auditioned for a block agency, I didn't get it. When I would go to this audition or that audition, I wouldn't get it. And it makes you look intrinsically at like, well, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, why, So that really, it made me just look for something else to fill that gap within me, because that success that I had, the little bit, it didn't fill that void that I had within me. And so I was drinking, not a lot, but I would go out and I'd party, go to the club scene, whatever. And I got my first DUI when I was living in LA at 19. And I was doing like the Coyote Ugly thing, like going on the bar and like pouring shots in people's mouths on New Year's Eve. I know. And then just like sneaking shots. And I thought that I could drive home because I only lived like a couple blocks away from where I worked. And I got pulled over in my apartment complex. Ooh. Had to go to LA County Jail, full diva, by the way. So I was wearing like a Robert Rodriguez gown with like my lashes and everything. And they put me in solitary so no one would mess with me. So, I guess that's good. But I was in there, and when I finally got released, kind of everything just, it started falling apart. I realized they were going to take my license away, so I couldn't get to auditions if I wanted to. And kind of all at once, I realized that like my dreams were kind of, they were broken. Like I wasn't going to be able to live in LA anymore. So from that point on, I moved back home to Gilroy, and I was just super depressed. Like I can't even describe it. I felt like I had every opportunity that I could have ever wanted at that age, and it was all done because of my actions. So I was super depressed. I was doing all kinds of drugs back then, and but finally, my stepmom at the time, she was just like, you need help. Like you need to get your shit together. You cannot be doing this. You have so much potential. You can't just be wasting it sitting here in like black sweatshirts all the time. Like you have to go out and you have to do something. So I decided to like focus in on my education at that point, and I started doing really good in school, but my perfectionism kind of came back into play, and I just wanted more. And then I started dating this DJ dude. And I thought at the time, like, oh my God, like, it's going to be so perfect. Like, I'm a dancer, he's a DJ, like, everything's going to work out. Oh my God, we're going to get married, have little mulatto babies. Like, oh, I can't wait. But in reality, he struggled with substances himself. And at that point in my life, when we first got together, I was doing pretty well. And then going to, like, watch him like do his DJ performances. It started out with me just having like a glass of champagne, like, oh baby, like, yeah, there you go. And then at the end of our relationship, a year and a half later, I would wake up every day and I'd have a box of wine under my bed, and I would have to fill up a water bottle and chug it before I did anything else. And that was like what my days consisted of. Like I was still going to school, making good grades, like doing awesome, but I was drunk all the time, like all day, every day. And I decided that I didn't know who I was anymore. All I did was drink, and then I was in this toxic relationship. And so I decided that I was going to break up with this guy. And so I broke up with him, and the next day I just drank and drank. I probably had 2 bottles of wine, some vodka, blah, blah, blah. And I decided that I was going to get in my car, and I was either going to make it to the beach or I was just going to like run into something and die. And I didn't care either way which one it was. So I got in my car and I completely blacked out. but apparently I almost hit someone head on, and thank God I didn't, but they kind of skewed out of the way, and they called the cops, and I ran into a ditch, and I flipped my car 3 times, and I wasn't wearing a seatbelt because I was just fuck life, like whatever. So I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so I flipped my car 3 times. I landed in a field upside down. My head was smashed between the dashboard and the windshield, like big ass chunk of hair ripped out, and I was just sprawled there. And when the paramedics came, they thought I was dead, and at that point in my life, I'd gotten back into eating disorders, so my heart, it didn't beat as well as other people's do. I don't know. I had like a heart palpitation. So when they went to like go feel on me, I guess my heart wasn't beating. And so they thought I was dead. So it was like this big old ordeal. I had to get Lifeline to the Regency Medical Center in San Jose on a helicopter. I really wish I remembered what that was because I've always wanted to go in a helicopter. I'm kind of
I don't think you want to remember that one.
I don't know that situation.
You're right. So, I when I came to, I just saw my mom crying over me, and she's all freaking out. And I thought I was dying because they had intubated me because I wasn't breathing on my own. So I had like breathing tubes and shit.
Oh,
and when
shit.
it was all bad. It was a hot mess. And then when all that stuff was removed, all I kept saying was just like, just let me die. I was still a drunk mess. So I was like, just let me die. Just let me die. So they took that as that was a suicide attempt. But in the back of my mind, it like kind of was the car accident. So they 5150'd me, and I had to go.
What's a 5150?
So a 5150 is when you get sent to a mental institution because you either try to commit suicide, or you're having suicidal thoughts, or you're not mentally stable to be in society. And so I got 5150'd. So they had to, when I finally was like sobered up enough, they the paramedics came and they brought me to the mental institution. I swear to God, it is exactly like you see it in the movies. Like you go in there. Oh my God, there was this one bitch I could not. I was rolling up in there in a wheelchair because I had messed up my leg in the accident. And people are looking at me like I was crazy because I was in a wheelchair. And I was like, like, you guys don't even know. Yeah. There was this one chick. She had to be in her own separate room because she had like this skin disease that was contagious. She kept trying to like take off her clothes and like go sit on furniture. Like it was intense. It was all kinds of bad. I was just like, oh my God.
Do you see like people, like I know for a fact, like watching movies and all that stuff, like seeing people like being dragged around and like, them kicking and all that, and you see all that, huh?
Yeah, there was this one guy, he would not stop screaming for probably like 2 hours or so, and he finally started getting like combative. So they had to like strap him down, and then they took him into this separate room, and they literally had him strapped on the bed, and he was just screaming. And yeah, it was scary as shit. So yeah, how the movies portray it is super accurate. But after I got out of there, I was only in there for like 24 hours. I got out of there, and I kind of just kicked it at my mom's house for a second because I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Like, I don't even know. And my parents both decided that I should move to Oregon because that's where my brother lives. And he got sober from a lot of shit when he was my age when he moved to Oregon. So they moved there, and I decided to go too. But I was just a hot mess there. Like, everywhere you move, it doesn't change you. It just kind of changes your surroundings. So I was still, I continued to drink, and I worked at a gymnastics studio, and I was a drunk mess, like teaching girls how to do back tucks and shit. Like, it was off. It was so bad. But I had to come back to California to get my arraignment for my DUI because the accident was my second DUI. And so I came to California for that, and the judge kind of told me I was a menace to society. He wanted to teach me a lesson, and so I had to do 544 hours of community service. I had 45 days of jail time. I had so many fines, it's disgusting. I had to do 18 months of like a multiple offender DUI program, just like all this shit. It was bad, but it was at that point where I kind of realized that I needed to kind of change my ways. Like, that's the way that I was going. It wasn't doing myself any justice. Like, it was fun, but at what expense? So I found this program it's in Watsonville, California. It's kind of like by Santa Cruz. Freedom, actually, is the name of the town. And I went to this place, and it was almost like an inpatient treatment program. And it was supposed to be 13 months long. But when I got there, I was just so broken. It it was just ridiculous. And it was almost like a cult in that you couldn't have a cell phone, you couldn't go on the internet, you couldn't listen to music, you couldn't watch any TV, no movies, you could only read certain literature. There was like a dress code. It was very, 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 very strict. And I'm like super like outlandish, right? So
how old were you at this time that all this was happening?
When I went into treatment, that was in 2013, so I was 22. So I was 22, yeah. And so I went in there at age 22, and but I did it. I was like solely determined to just get my shit together. I didn't want to live the life that I had lived before. I didn't want to be depressed anymore. I just didn't want to live that life, and I didn't want to leave that as my legacy. You know, I have like little nieces and shit, and I don't want them growing up knowing that Auntie just like drinks moonshine and dances on tables. Like I wanted them to, you know, be proud of who they have in their life.
Remember the other things about you also, right?
Right. Yeah. So I went, and it was a struggle. And like my first day that I got there, my bunkie, she was this like murderer, like norteña chick from Atwater. Dang. And it's like, I am so nice, and I try to be like so sweet to people, but they hated that when I was in there. So they try to like just beat me down because I was like this like outgoing and bright person.
Like straight physically, just
not physically. Thank God. Like I've had people like, you know, kind of like put their chest out at me, like puff up, but I've never had any. Thank God. Just it's all more mentally, because if they were to do anything physical, they would get their time increased. Yeah. So they just didn't want to like increase their time. So during those 18 months, I mean, it was. A lot of good happened. A lot of shitty stuff happened. My brother had passed away in February of last year. And during that time, I was still in program. And when you're there, you're not allowed to contact your family every day. Like, you can only really write letters. So it's basically like I was in jail, low-key. Yeah. And so having that happen while I was in there was awful. He died in a car accident. And then, like, a month after that, my grandma passed away. And it's just like, oh, my God, just, like, shit after shit after shit was just piling up. But I'm super thankful because I feel like no matter what bad happened in that place, it kind of just gave me a venue to stay sober throughout that time. Because if I was on out, like, I still would have been drunk. I would have been at the bar right now. But it was a good experience. And then after 18 months, they decided to set me back in program a lot because your peers are the ones that put you forward. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of them didn't like me or whatever, or didn't want me to move on forward or whatever their reasons were. So I had to stay an extra 3 months, I think it was.
So you had to get the approval of those crazy-ass people just so that you could get out?
Yeah.
So they probably were just like, all right, the 3 months extra is just like, all right, fuck, dude, all right, let's just let her go because, you know, they probably were getting tired of just seeing the same people all the time too, right?
Right.
I know for me, I was they tried to give me a DUI also, and there were people I couldn't stand in class and all that, and I could definitely understand to a certain extent, like being that, you know, you had a dress code, you had all these other restrictions, like I probably would have went like crazy myself, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that definitely beats you down in the head, you know?
Definitely. And it's like a pod of 15 women. And so, like, being with girls anyway is just annoying as hell. But then when you have to live with 15 of them all the time and it's this, like, cramped little space, it was like, oh, my God, it was ridiculous.
Everyone's buttons could get pushed.
That's that.
Hell yeah.
That's that Orange is the New Black shit.
For real.
You watch that?
Yes.
You watch that show?
I binged watched that, like, so fast. Because that's, seriously, like, stuff that happens in there, just, like the cattiness, the like, one-up, like, you want to do this because this person did this. It's all so real. Like, that's some real shit.
So was there like a Piper Chapman in there? Or like
I was Piper Chapman.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I thought.
I was Piper.
For the listeners, she's a white, blonde,
white and Spanish,
white and Spanish blonde woman in prison, almost.
I'm gonna have to catch up with this because I watched like maybe the first 2 episodes.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Oh, there's the
just
whole
for this
thing.
show, I'm gonna watch it.
Thank you.
I'll let you guys know in later episodes what I think.
You got,
oh my God.
You got lots to catch up on. I was
how many
on that.
Seasons now?
4.
Yeah, third season sucks, but first, second, and fourth.
And they're
good.
Solid though.
Yeah.
I even like the 3rd season. I was so into it. Oh my God.
I mean, out of the scope of everything, I think like 2 might have been the best. That's
okay,
when you have,
I can see that.
Oh, I don't want to tell too much for all the listeners.
I know you got my ears open.
In my opinion, 1, 2, and 4 are really good, and then 3, I felt like they rushed it
I can see that. I can see that.
No, definitely, you're gonna like some more than the others, right? Like,
yeah,
I felt that way about a lot of other TV shows as well. And
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. There's a lot of quality TV going on right now.
Yeah, that's like a low security prison too, so I can't imagine Max. Well, they kind of had Max in the show too.
They show a
but-
little bit of it.
Yeah, but
Screw that.
it kind of seems fun in freaking in
They're trying to
Orange
show
is the
the
New
fun
Black
side
a
of
little
it.
bit.
Just like
it
a
kind of
little
seems
bit.
like, damn, they have hella free time. Like they're
Right?
they're kicking it with their homies all the time. But I'm sure that shit fucking sucks.
Right.
And not everyone's your homie for sure.
What I want to get to too is you've been saying that how they portray the mental facility, or what is it, mental hospital? How they portray it in the movies is pretty accurate. Have you seen the movie Bronson? Bronson is like a movie about the most notorious inmate in I think he's in the UK or something, but basically he gets sent to like a mental facility too. So I wanted to see if this is anywhere close to how your experience was.
All right, let's see this.
So right now we're watching a man walking into this big empty room, and there's just a bunch of crazy people. They got
Okay.
guards in a cage.
That guy that's holding up a newspaper, kind of like la-di-daing by himself, that's so accurate.
Oh yeah, really?
Super accurate.
So there's people that are just in their own world for real.
Not even kidding. Like, there was this one guy, his name was Abe. I'll never forget this in my whole life. He had a penny, and you know how Abraham Lincoln is on the penny.
Yeah.
He wrote this whole fucking dissertation on this piece of paper about like being honest Abe, and he was Abe. And so he created this art project, probably took him like 2 hours, and he was like writing all this stuff about being Abe, and then he put the penny on it, and he was like showing it to all the guards, like as if that was like, it was, it
Like
was,
you made the Declaration of Independence or
yeah.
something.
I was like,
Damn.
what are you doing?
So right now Bronson, he's on drugs.
Okay.
Which one's Bronson?
Bronson's what's that guy who plays Bane? Fuck, what's his name?
Ooh,
Are you not entertained?
And he's in
Like
Inception.
I don't know his
gotta
face because he always has a mask on.
I gotta Google this. Hold on,
that?
it's
But he's that guy right there?
yeah, he's the bald guy. It's gonna kill me if I don't Google
So
this.
he's like on psych drugs, right?
Yeah, because basically he's like really threatening to the inmates and to the guards. So they put him on drugs to just keep him
Just sedate him.
yeah,
and,
sedate him. There you go.
They
That's the
do
word I
that.
was
They
looking
have
for.
med like right by there's like different rooms in the place that I went to, and there was like a med hall, and there was this one guy, he was getting Norcos. He had just OD'd. He OD'd the night before he got in there, and then the day before that, and his son had found him. Anyway, he was like on all these drugs, and he was sitting next to me. I guess he thought I was cute or something. He was sitting next to me, and he's like, "Hey, girl." I was like, "Oh my god, I do not want to talk to you right now." But he tried to cheek me Norcos. Like, he had him in his cheek, and he wanted me to kiss him so that I could get the Norcos in my mouth.
Oh wow,
I was just like, "Oh my god, this is way too much, yo. This is way too much."
that's crazy.
Okay, so here, do you get his name?
Yeah. Oh, it's Tom Hardy for all the people who are like Tom Hardy. It's Tom Hardy, Pmac.
Everyone's just yelling.
It's Tom
at us
Hardy.
Right now. We can't even hear it.
How do you not know Tom Hardy?
Oh, he's about to whip some ass right now, huh?
Yeah, I think he's about to strangle this guy. Spoiler alert.
I know. Oops.
I love how they shot this, by the
Do you
way.
think it's because you just was being weird and like staring at him
Ooh.
the wrong way? Or Was there
No,
a purpose?
I mean, I'm showing you guys this at like a different point, but this guy kind of does something to deserve that. It's not the first time them being there together.
Dang.
They like talk to each other before.
other dude's
but-
like clapping like he's happy about it too.
Right?
But
Yeah.
he's not sure if he's real happy about it.
So that's basically his way to get out of the mental facility.
Okay.
He wanted to like strangle the guy so that he would get. He likes confined spaces, so he likes solitary.
Oh,
he likes being
wow.
alone.
He was like, dude, this. Basically, his thought is like his prison cell is his hotel room, and he loves it.
Wow.
And he like wrote a book on how to work out in a prison, and he's like buff and like he's never killed anyone, or anything like to that extent. But he's been in prison for like most of his life,
Oh my
just
god.
because he keeps on like upping his sentence. But yeah,
That's
he's a
sad.
real
That's
guy.
true.
And I think there's like a petition for the real, because it's based on a true story. So there's a petition for the real Bronson to get out of jail. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't even think
What?
he'd like to get out of jail.
You think he's been
Maybe-
gone for so
I'm
long
not
that
sure.
it would just like mess him up even more to be in public and all that?
I have no idea. I don't know how the real guy is, but you guys should watch the movie.
I have
So-
that. Well, that little snippet. I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
That was
it's a really good movie. It's a little weird, but it's really
like
tight. Who's the director? Let's check this out. IMDb. I can't even read that far.
Director
Nicholas Winding Refn. That's too long of a director name.
And none of it's catchy.
I know, right?
You watch a BoJack Horseman? Either y'all? You guys gotta. Another thing on Netflix, awesome to watch. BoJack Horseman. It's like this cartoon. It's basically a Bob Saget kind of character, but it's a cartoon, and he's like a horseman. Like, so basically, it's this guy who was famous in the '90s for being this TV dad. And the story is basically Full House. And then
does it spin off of it pretty much? Like
no. It's like a straight up cartoon comedy.
Okay.
And like yeah, but basically he was famous back then, and then he kind of spiraled down into like a crazy adult who's like washed up and shit.
Well, I know how that goes.
But it's it's a good ass show. Anyways, there was like this episode where they were talking about like how movie titles should be shorter. So that's just what made me think of it.
What came to your mind?
Yeah. What are you guys watching right now? I started kind of watching Power because of you.
Hey man,
with Avita, because she's hella on Power. They just caught
my attention all the way over again. You know, right when you're, I'm not gonna say I was gonna give up on the show, but I really like the show, so I was really waiting for. I always wait every week for this, and other shows that I watch, like I was on this show called Animal Kingdom, and I still am, but they just caught my attention again right at the right moment again. You know what I mean? Right before I was about to lose interest and all that. But
Animal Kingdom, what's that about?
That one's about like the crazy white family, and like they all like pull licks and like robberies and all that shit. Yeah, kind of. A lot of people refer to it at like with Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
very rebellious, very vigilante-like, and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that one's pretty cool too. But they just caught my attention back again, and it seems like they always know when to do that. You know what I mean? Like you get your filler episodes, and then you get the action. But I mean, Power, definitely. I suggest that to everyone else who's listening right now too, who hasn't seen it. You said you just started watching it?
Yeah, I just started watching it, and it's pretty fucking tight.
It's pretty tight, right? Like, I mean, it's crazy that 50 Cent produced it too. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, so it has a lot of that grimy street lifestyle, you know, already embedded on it just by hearing, oh, it's a G-Unit production. You know what I mean?
For real.
Crazy.
It's a G-Unit production straight up?
Like at the end, you see G-Unit Films on the credit roll.
I didn't even know that.
It's kind of crazy, yeah.
Makes me want to whip out my old 50 Cent G-Unit tank top.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the thick ass arms.
Yeah. The one that he had like on his album cover.
You got the G-Unit straps.
On the Get Rich or Die Trying album cover, right?
It's
like my God, yeah.
The straps on your beater as thick as bacon. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
That was signature 50 Cent. I remember I had a couple of those, but I don't like the way it feels.
Really?
Like,
it just felt funky?
It felt like stiff.
My body wasn't... Well, my body's not too far off from 50 Cent. So
yeah, it's
right,
not.
Exactly.
So it just didn't fit correctly.
I mean, if he worked out a little bit more.
Just a little more, huh?
If he worked out a little bit more, he's like almost right there.
Or maybe he needed to work out a little more. So
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he did. He did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
If you have more takes in that one music video.
Dude, remember when he in the club, that was his first hit, right?
Yeah. Yes. And he was like walking on a treadmill in the music video because he got shot.
He was doing like a stress test.
Basically. Yeah.
And he's doing like, you remember in Dragon Ball Z when he was doing sit-ups from the ceiling?
Oh yeah,
You're strapped down to the ceiling, and then you got to do sit-ups like that. That's just crazy. And he's like, "It's your birthday." That's
He's
like the only thing I remember from that music video.
Here, I'm gonna search that music video right now. We can't play it. We can't play the audio because of copyright shit.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we could listen to it, but I'm gonna take this out for all the listeners.
All right.
Here's Samuel L. Jackson trying to sell us Capital One Quicksilver.
I love him so much.
He won like a lifetime achievement type thing now, right?
Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
Talking to the mic, bro.
My bad. Hey, so Samuel, I think he won like a lifetime achievement award, if I'm not mistaken.
He could have won 2 by now at least.
For real.
So in the 50 Cent video, we see a Hummer pulling up in the desert, and now there's
top
like
secret
this
location, like
scientist
a little lab. Eminem
Eminem
on
the
plasmas.
That's tight. I don't really remember this music video.
I don't remember it at all.
I guess the story is because, like, you know, they try to make it out like, okay, 50 Cent got shot 9 times, and he's like the coolest rapper in the game. He's a fucking gangster and shit.
Right.
So I think that's like the kind of shit that they're trying to do.
Ooh,
And
hey,
this is that part I was talking about.
He's upside down right now, just working out.
just
You know,
working it.
stretching our ankles. You know,
Yes.
shout out to
Ankle
Big Buddy.
stretching. You think that was green screen? That's got to be like,
I don't know.
he wasn't strapped up there, or they
mean,
just had to
maybe.
flip
He's
the
savage.
freaking picture. I'm
Oh,
sure.
you're right. How random though.
It's like,
Hey.
fuck, we can't tell because there's no wind in there, no trees or anything.
Dude, 50
give it
was
up.
like, he was a shit back then.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
He took the world by storm.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard like in the club?
I was
It
in
definitely
6th
wasn't
grade.
a club. I was not in the club for sure. I was hella young.
Yeah,
Super young. That was like
You
my
said
first.
you're 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm 25 too. Well, all of us are 25.
Yeah.
91.
91.
91.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. What are we? Year the goat?
Yes.
Is that us?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's funny. I
Yes,
just,
we the
I just
goat.
came back from a what's it called? A bachelor party in Vegas, and shouts out to Tammy. She was our limo driver.
Uh-huh.
It was like a big ass party, or like a big ass van coming from a pool party, and I was just drunk out of my mind talking to our driver. Her name is Tammy, and she, for some reason, I don't know, I was just being like stupid and like pretending to holler at her, even though she's like a 60-year-old Asian lady.
God.
And she was just being all flattered, and she was like, "Oh, honey, what year you born?" I was like, "Oh, 91." She was like, "Oh yeah, you're the goat," or like whatever the fuck
Oh
we
shit.
are.
Goat.
And then
She knows the rotation.
she knows
and
the
shit.
whole rotation, like every zodiac, like whatever the fuck. She, you know what I mean? Like
Wait, is she Chinese though?
I think she is Chinese, and other people were saying their birth years, and she knew every single one like by heart. It's crazy.
Damn.
Funny that you guys bring that up.
Yeah, I only know ours, and I only know 2000 is Year of the Dragon because that's when one of my nieces was born, and I was like, oh shit, I wish I was Year of the Dragon.
Yeah, like,
why can't I be born in
what are we
2000?
We're the
again?
goat. That's sick.
Goat.
Yeah, we're the goat.
Yeah, that's not as cool.
I think it's pretty all right.
Let's
It's
be
pretty all
honest.
right. Let's be honest.
Okay, that gets like a 5, but 10. You get a 10 if you're a dragon. Like that
Yeah,
just
if you're a
sounds
fucking
super
It's just
heavy.
dragon.
pretty badass. All right, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know what else is it, like Year of the Rat, I would be kind of like.
I'd be upset. I don't want to be no year of the rat.
I
Or
don't
like
know.
Snake's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Or
I just feel like a goat doesn't do much.
yeah, it's like we get to graze.
Again, there's people listening going like, what are you talking about? Goats are fucking awesome.
Well, and I mean, there's like people who say like, "Oh, that's the goat." Like, well, where did that
Oh,
come
yeah,
from?
true.
Oh,
That's
we can be the
true.
greatest of all time.
You know what I'm
huh?
saying?
That's very
Like,
true. I never
hello.
thought about it like
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Curveball. Hey.
Curveball.
Hey,
I like that
That
one.
just
That's
switched
what
it
I'm
all
thinking.
over. That's tight.
I know. I went
Yeah.
to exactly.
Never mind.
see what
I
I'm saying?
hella like mine, dude. Ours is the best. Forget the dragons.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Where the goat? That's what's up."
Bah. That's, oh, that's a lamb, huh? That's a lamb. I don't know. Whatever sound a goat makes.
That should be in people's whoever was born in 91, you should put this in your fucking profile. Be like, you're the goat, but then
You're
you gotta
the
put
goat.
G
gotta put the
dot O
periods.
dot A dot T.
G-O-A-T with the dots in
Yeah,
between. Is there any good
You're the
funny
goat.
goat movies? I mean, videos.
Have you seen the screaming goats?
Screaming goats?
shit.
Nah.
Oh my god, it
Let's
is
pull
comedy.
this up.
Okay, good thing we
Screaming
talk about goats now.
I know it. It's the best.
This conversation started off real serious.
Real serious and got real not.
It was like, oh, nice to meet
Well,
you.
I mean, like, life's good, man. You go through
Yeah.
struggle, but there's always positive stuff that if you just keep doing the right thing. Like me now, like I went through all that shit, blah, blah, blah. Now I go to UC Berkley, and because of my story, because of all the community service and shit that I had to do for my DUIs, that looked bomb on a resume to like my college applications.
Yeah.
So I got into 7 universities, and I got into UC Berkeley, so now that's where I go.
Would you say
That's
that
what's up.
Shout out
showed the full
Berkeley.
spectrum of yourself? Like, I know for a fact they always want to see more than just good grades and all that stuff. You feel like that just amplified the possibilities for you, and more just being that like they want to help you more, or they like your story more than well, this dude got 4.0 and he's valedictorian or whatever at the
Right.
last school, but it's like, okay, but you have this girl who's been working her way up and trying to better herself.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go with the girl who's trying to better herself rather than
That's
the person
what's up.
who just you kind of was cool the whole time. You know what I mean? Let's give this other girl an opportunity instead, I would say.
That's exactly how I feel. In Berkeley in particular, like there's so many people who like they have clubs where you were previously incarcerated. So there's a club for that. There's a lot of people who've just gone through like the ringer and they came out on the other side. And I feel like Berkeley, they really want to focus in on like helping those people. Because I feel like even like me in sobriety, helping other people is what keeps me like sane and going. So like when I had to do my community service, I stayed 3 nights a week in a homeless shelter over in Santa Cruz. And it's like that experience not only helped me out, but for them, they see that they're like, oh my God, like this little humanitarian, like we'd rather have her than just this other Asian kid from over here who just has a 4.0, like you said. So it's an awesome time, and I'm super blessed to be where I am, for sure. And now I can look at Screaming Goat videos and just love life, just watching the shit. This is what I do.
That's tight. What do you study at Berkeley?
So I'm a double major in social welfare, which basically studies like society and how the welfare system works, like the institution, because I had to get a lot of help because I was broke as shit growing up, my family, blah, blah, blah. And so I want to just like make that better, make rehabilitation for people like me just more attainable. Because if you don't have $1 million and you can't go to rehab in Malibu, then you can't really get the help that you need nowadays. So I want to be able to like help people who are just want to do better, who just want to be better. So social welfare is one of my majors, and then the other is media studies, and it's essentially like an accumulation of like journalism, like public speaking and communications all formed into one. And so I want to like, my eventual goal is to bridge those two and like help people with the media. So I want to, basically I'm just going to lay down, I want to be Oprah. That's what I want to do.
That's tight.
That's what I want to do.
How long's your sobriety been now? I forgot to ask you that.
2.5 years.
Okay.
2.5 years, which is crazy.
Would you say, I know for sure it's probably, I had to be sober for a good while for probation. Not much longer than, I mean, 2.5 years is way longer than my probation was, but throughout that time, like I felt a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and everything's day by day. Like how do you take? Do you go by day, or do you feel like
moment by moment, dude? Moment by moment.
That's
like,
crazy.
I can't take things in like big pictures. I just have to like take every day as it comes and just do the next right thing.
Focus
whatever
on that moment,
next right thing is. Yeah, because if you look at the big picture of like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this or this or this, or if something comes at you that you weren't expecting, that could like make you fall apart. But because you're sober, you have that clarity of mind. You can make that good decision. And I mean, I still don't make good decisions all the time. I still mess up, like we all do. But it's just making that next right choice, like 1 second at a time. Because if you try to take too big of chunks, like what you're gonna do in 2 months, I can't do that. So it's moment by moment for sure.
Yeah, it's like I hate it when I have like 3 or 4 projects open and I'm like feeding into those 3 or 4, but not really focusing on it not really finishing all of them all the way correctly. And I guess you're right. You know what I mean? I'd rather focus on one thing and do it right at that moment.
You're so right.
Makes a lot
the way
more
to do
sense.
it. And then you like complete things. Like me, I'd never like completed a lot of things. Like I went to 4 different junior colleges before I got my AA degrees. Like I would always like move from here to here to here and never finish anything. So completing the program was my goal, even though the girls were crazy. I just wanted to complete something. So I completed that. I finally got my associate's degrees in spring of this year. And then now I'm going to be, completing my degree at Berkeley. So it's like, just focus on one thing, one goal at a time, handle it. You got it. You got it.
Damn, that's tight.
All right, enough of that boring shit. Let's
I know,
see the
fucking
goats.
so boring.
No, okay.
This one's not as fun.
It says goats yelling like humans supercut compilation. That doesn't, well, it kind of does, I guess. Sound like a human.
There you go.
That's what I was
waiting for.
That's a good one. Look at how open their mouths look too.
He looks like he's struggling.
I know, poor thing.
I wonder why they sound like that.
Like, what is causing you such distress that you got to do this?
Mom.
It looks like people are just really dubbing over these and just yelling.
Here, let's play a game for the listeners. You gotta tell us if this is a goat or a human. Ready? Go. Just kidding.
Oh, that sounded like a goat though. That sounded
I'm gonna say that one's a goat. Oh, look at
Goat
the
or
intensity
human?
on that
You get a
guy.
hernia.
You get a hernia. Damn, if I looked like that, I'd probably sound like that too.
What can I do for
Holy
you?
shit.
That's a clear picture, though.
Is this? Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, he drooled on
He
that
got
one.
laweye.
Ooh.
Ooh, he's juicy mouthed
Juicy
right
mouthed.
Oh, God. Oh.
now. Ooh.
Oh, he just
Ooh.
spit at him.
I would knock that goat out.
Oh, my God. That's a demon goat. That ain't even a goat. That's like,
Are goats that like have horns, are they named Billy?
Billy
Have
goat.
anything to do anything?
I have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
What do you call the goats with the horns? Yeah, I have to search that.
Search it up. I think they are Billy goats.
I don't think I like being the year of the goat for a second. I don't think I like being year of the goat
Yeah,
again.
this
What?
video made him
Come
really
on.
unattractive.
Yeah, I don't like goats anymore. I think rams
oh my God,
are cool.
That's cute.
All right, let's see this one. Little-
Oh, you're just cute.
That's fake.
That one,
That
had
one
to
was
have been
fake. Here, let's play that one again. That was hella fake. Here,
Sit.
hold on. After this one. After this one. That's
Oh,
fake.
that one's a fake.
That
That's
had
a
to
fake
have been
one.
fake.
Damn.
My nieces are on goat videos, so I've actually seen so many.
Really?
You seen fainting goats?
Oh yeah, I've seen fancy
Okay.
goats.
All right, let's see that one.
A fainting goat?
You never seen a fainting goat?
There's like
Nah.
herds of them that faint together. It's weird.
Yeah,
They
basically.
be having like faint parties?
Yeah,
it's.
turn up.
I think it's like something. Something happens to their bodies, like when they get startled, and then they just like stiffen up and then like fall over.
Well, don't you do that when
Oh,
you get
that's
kind of
with cows
scared?
too,
Though, like
right?
I drop when I get too
Yeah.
scared. I drop to the floor. Like that's like
Well,
my
I don't
instant
drop to
reaction.
the floor. No, I mean I
I'm
guess.
a little
fetal
bitch. I'm a
I
little bitch.
fetal position.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's it.
It's that fight or flight sense. But I guess for them, they just fall.
Yep,
It's like, I'm not even going to try, dude. I'm just,
I'm done. That's
Play
it.
dead.
I'm out. That's it.
I'm done.
Have you seen this video right here? So this video is
Oh my god.
a mother, and it's this little kid. He looks like he's in elementary school. It's his first day of school, and the mother's teaching him how to roast his friends. So.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, let me get you. Boy, you look so ugly. You look fatter than Mark Henry.
Who's Mark Henry?
Did Mark Henry.
Yeah, wrestlers. No, you gotta say. You could say that, but you gotta say, boy, you built like Mark Henry. Say
But you do like Mark Henry?
no, built.
Boy, you built like Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You look like.
Boy, let me get you. Boy, you built like Mark Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the sense of gratification,
You really
though.
gotta utilize the
Right
stuff
after you
around
said that
Like, let's
shit.
say like you in a cafeteria, right? You gotta be like, boy, you don't get your milk carton head. You know?
Boy, you don't get your milk carton head.
Yeah.
Oh my
you
God,
gotta,
his
look at the
face.
stuff
Look at the
around you.
confidence, though.
And
He's
use that.
getting it.
Oh boy, you better get your broccoli looking head.
Yeah. But that's
Boy,
only
you better
gonna be
get your
funny.
bread looking head.
Yeah.
Boy, you don't get your stop sign head.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Dude, that's hella cute though.
That's
Like-
hella cute.
Right?
You can't go wrong with world
You
star.
hear your mom teaching you how to roast on your first day of school.
Like, most kids are worried about, like, damn, am I going to make any friends? Like,
I
this,
know.
this is one of them kids that's just going to be on your ass the whole time. Like,
That's
oh,
hella
fuck.
funny.
I better be cool with this one or else it's bad for me the next, like, 5 years. Because he's just starting school, you know what I mean?
This little boy's training to roast your ass.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Damn. I think that's the last video that we got.
I have the perfect video for you.
What is it?
It's hella old. It's like my favorite video ever. It's called My New Haircut. Have you ever
My
seen
New
it?
Haircut?
My new haircut. It's funny because I'm a barber, actually.
Are you?
I'm a barber, yeah. So this
Oh my
is-
God.
This definitely relates to me. I'm probably going to get a kick out of this
Oh
one.
my god.
Let's
It's from
see.
like, oh my god, it's from so long ago. But whenever I need a funny video, oh my god,
Which one?
that one, that top one,
The
right
top
there.
one?
So this guy, he's like a Guido based out. This is like when Jersey Shore was like it. It is too much. This guy is so hilarious.
It was rated R for really fucking funny. That's what it said on there.
It's just so dumb.
You know, I was at a garage last night, 18 and older, and you know, I got myself a prom date. Hey, broski, 2 Heinekens.
He has an open shirt,
You know,
Guiding out.
gotta make sure they're ready. You know what this is? This is my new fucking haircut. You know what that
It
means?
looked like he had to dye that shit to get it that dark.
My boys, they're coming out. They all got the same haircut. They're getting some fucking pussy tonight. I'm gonna grind on every piece of pussy that walks through that door. Alright? I'm gonna fucking grind them till my fucking dick falls off. Bitches love my haircut. And if they don't, fucking skanks. Fucking skank. Fucking skanks. Fucking skank. Skanks. Yeah, this collar's popped. Cause I'm the fucking man and everyone should know it. I swear to God, one motherfucker looks at me the wrong way, I'm starting a fight. Me? Huh?
Going to the gym.
This fool had, yeah,
He's too much.
That was like you when you walked in with the whole ream of water, dude.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sir. You have to check in.
Not now, Chief. I'm in the fucking zone.
I'm in the fucking zone.
I'm the fucking man. Oh! Yeah, I take steroids. I eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm in control, baby. I'm in fucking control. Fucking protein! Where's the goddamn protein, Mom? Told you to give me some protein! Fuck! Yeah, I fucking grunt when I get my swell on at the gym. That's because everyone should fucking see how jacked and tan I am. What?
No.
What?
Sunglasses on at the gym.
2 fucking Jaeger bombs down here, Chief.
Jaeger
Muscle
bomb,
milk,
bro.
HGH, protein, power bars. I'm gonna get fucking wasted tonight. I'm gonna drink Heinekens and Jaeger bombs all fucking night. Jaeger bombs, fucking shower in that shit. Fucking Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, fucking Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs.
It wouldn't be right if he didn't have a Jaeger bomb at the end.
Right.
Jaeger bombs.
That's it.
See, that brings a whole different definition of, you know, when people say, oh, a haircut could really change how you feel. He went from real normal all the way to Jersey Shore within the midst of not even drinking yet. He drank at the end, you know what I mean?
He barely talked about his haircut. He
Yeah.
talked about it in the beginning, and he was like, he was
Yeah.
done.
Me and all my boys, we got the same
We got the
haircut, so
same
we all
haircut.
getting pussy. Damn. That's what I like to hear. High five to you. More power to you, man.
I
Oh
bet
my
he
God.
used LA looks.
LA looks.
For sure.
Level 10, the blue one.
Ooh,
Level 10.
Level 10.
The
That's
blue one.
that's just glue. Your hair's stuck.
We were talking about that in the last podcast.
Really?
We were talking
Yeah.
about using LA looks. I had the blue one. She was hard as fuck.
So hard.
And it's
Smells
all,
so funky.
no, you always take a little too much. I don't know. I never get the right amount. I always take too much. That shit look pasted.
I remember at the end of the day, like, because if you had spiky hair and you would like touch it or whatever, it would be flaky as fuck.
Dandruff. You just
Yeah.
got dandruff
Kinda
all
look
over yourself.
like you had a white eraser at the end of your
Yeah, it was all
pencil,
bad.
and you're just rubbing on your paper.
I
Got all
wonder-
those little stringy things on there.
I wonder why that was the
Put it on
thing,
your
like
head.
spiky hair. Spiky hair was hella the thing back then.
Hell of the thing.
Yeah.
Think it's gonna
Beyond.
turn around again, bring it back one time.
I
I hope not,
I really
yeah.
hope not. There was a couple years ago, I was in San Francisco. I have this one friend, Kyle. He's just ridiculous. He's like me in a gay man, right? He dared me to spike my hair. This is when my hair was down in my butt. We got like LA looks, and we spiked my entire hair out. It was huge. And we ordered pizza, and like the pizza man was like,
What's going on
"What
right
in
now?
the- what did you do to yourself? So I see the struggle with the spiky hair. That's hard. It's challenging
Did-
for a dude. I hope it doesn't come back.
You might-
Did it stay though? Like spiked out?
Mhm.
Damn.
hairspray and everything, huh?
Hairspray and everything.
Do you have to
Products.
use like, I know for like hair shows and shit, people use different supports. Like they might make, like, let's say, I don't know, make it kind of look like a volcano or something, and they'll throw wires and all that shit on there just so
Oh,
that
we
it
didn't do
lays
all
up.
that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, we were taking shots of Jameson at the same time, so we weren't thinking about all that good
It
stuff.
was just like, all right, we're gonna hairspray, blow dry, gel, all the good stuff, huh?
And we like twisted it up at the end so that it kind of had a little bit of support. But
Oh,
other
just
than
so it
that,
fight as it was falling down, it was just fighting it. That makes sense.
it was like Cindy Lou Who, but like gangsta. You know,
Cindy Lou Who. Damn.
basically.
Damn. I love that movie.
Me too. Have you ever been
You
to
know-
Universal Studios where
Oh,
they have
yeah.
like the Whoville?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the Whoville part in Universal is dirty as fuck. Cause like it's
What?
well, no, like
I've never been to Whoville.
it's
yeah.
you never been. It's
Oh,
on the
you gotta
ride.
go.
Yeah.
It's on that like tram ride that you go all around the studio. But at the
Oh, never mind. I have been.
Yeah, at the Who part, it's like fake snow, so it gets really dirty, and they don't clean that. Yeah. So the snow just looks like dirt, white dirt.
Do you like
you know what I
mean? Do you like the fire part?
Which one?
That was
where
scary.
Where the tanker explodes. That was like always my favorite part.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
When the train breaks.
Yeah.
I was so afraid. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to die.
It was Bart too.
Really?
Or they try to make it seem like Bart. It was like set in San Francisco.
Was like
of course,
the costume was probably even like with the blue stripe and all that too, probably.
I don't think so. Well, I remember looking at it and it's saying Bart, but it's not looking like the actual Bart signs.
So it might have even been the OG logo, for all we know.
I think it was a copyright protected logo. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, this is Bart, quote unquote.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can't copyright all the way. Like, that's trying to predict something.
Hell yeah. But, I mean, that ride's hella cool. They added a new thing, too. They added, like, a Fast and the Furious kind of thing. When's the last time you guys been there?
I've been there forever, years. Since like 2010, maybe.
I'm going to have to say, it was 11.
Damn, you guys got to go back.
I know, I got to go back.
Because there's like this King Kong thing where you're inside the tram and then you go inside this little tunnel. It's like you need 3D glasses and you see all over you. There's King Kong fighting a bunch of dinosaurs and it's hopping on the tram and then like spraying you. And they have another one where it's like you're in the Fast and the Furious part. Like you go onto a different tunnel. Vin Diesel's like saying, "Hey, we gotta go out," and like it's like all the actors.
Is it like
and shit.
Oh my
is it
God.
like how Indiana Jones? They have like an Indiana Jones person that looks like Vin Diesel.
Yeah, but it's actually Vin Diesel like acting, and then
is it like a hologram?
It's a hologram, or
yeah, it's a hologram like around on the sides. It's hella crazy. And then
you're wearing your 3D glasses for this.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's
I'm pretty sure.
That's a trip.
And then like you get into like a car chase and you feel like you're in an actual car chase and there's like helicopters and shit.
But you're in a tram.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. You guys gotta go.
And they have Harry Potter there too now.
Yeah. Me and Avita went to Universal to see Harry Potter Land, and that shit's pretty fucking tight.
Really?
Like I want to go to the Orlando one too. Though.
All the rage.
It's all the rage. I've seen it on everyone's
so
Instagram.
Hot right now.
Harry Potter.
And then they have even like Simpsons Land there too, right?
Oh yeah, they got like the crusty.
I still didn't even make it for that.
For real?
I haven't like. Dude,
that's
11.
hella old.
11's the last time I think.
Oh,
I wasn't even a teenager.
We got to make a trip out. It's not. I mean, if you get the annual pass, it's not that expensive. It's like not that much more than one ticket.
Really?
I love Disneyland, but I'm gonna have to put that one on pass for a while and go get rekindled with Universal.
I heard that in Disneyland they're doing Marvel, like they're taking out Toontown and making it a Marvel thing.
What?
I love Toontown though.
Yeah, but I guess no one goes there.
Oh,
kids don't like that shit no more.
Damn.
They want to see fucking superheroes.
I feel it. I feel
Everything's getting crazy. CGI is getting crazy. Like a lot of this shit just doesn't. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it just looks realer than real life now.
Yeah. You like superhero movies?
No.
Not at all.
I mean, I stick with reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Boring.
just not my thing.
Well, was there ever like a character that you're like, all right, that person's kind of cool? Like, did you ever?
Wonder Woman's the shit.
Okay. Hey.
That's it.
Do you like Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman? Well, you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
I like that new Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one from Fast and Furious.
Yeah, love her.
You gotta pull up a picture because I haven't seen it.
All right, I'll pull it up.
She like, what is she?
Israeli.
Oh my God.
I remember there's like a lot of hate on her.
Beautiful.
Let's see her as Wonder Woman.
Oh, she kills it. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I gotta see.
She almost fits it just as perfectly as like how Margot Robbie fits Harley Quinn. I feel like she played that real well. I feel like she's gonna play Wonder Woman real well too.
I remember people were talking about how they wanted like someone like Ronda Rousey to be Wonder Woman. I'm like, yeah, she's buff, but Ronda Rousey can't fucking act. You need an actor.
Right, exactly.
Hey, she was in Fast and the Furious though.
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Was she good?
And then they actually fought each other in.
No, it was Letty. Letty fought.
Oh, Letty fought her. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a. That would have been tight though if it was her though.
If it was Gal Gadot, that'd be tight. Hey, they just cast Miss Marvel. It's gonna be Brie Larson. You know who Brie Larson is? Have you seen 21 Jump Street?
No.
Oh my God, you gotta.
I know.
Who's Brie Larson?
Here, Brie Larson. That's Brie Larson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she was in Scott Pilgrim. Oh yeah. 21 Jump Street, Community.
So she's Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
She's Miss Marvel. Let's see if there's any headlines about that.
Unicorn
Miss
Store.
Marvel. Is it just rumors? It looks.
Oh, what she could look like.
I know, huh?
I can't read that far. I gotta freaking zoom in.
Need some glasses. I do too. Not hating.
Yeah, Brie Larson confirmed as Captain Marvel. Oh yeah, Captain Marvel. My bad. Another thing people are yelling at me about. The Room actress will play a pilot who becomes part alien following an accident.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't know who Captain Marvel is, you know Rogue, right? From X-Men.
Yeah.
That's how her character got her powers, because she originally had the power to like take other people's powers, and she held on to Captain Marvel for so long that she inherited her super strength and her like flight abilities.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's pretty tight.
So that just added on to her shit.
Yeah. I'm excited to see a couple movies. Like Doctor Strange looks pretty tight. It kind of looks like Inception. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Mm-mm.
All right, I won't pull it up here, but that trailer is pretty tight. You should watch that. And I thought Suicide Squad was really good. So I know you don't like Marvel. I mean, not Marvel. I know you don't like comic book movies, but Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I heard that was like just a good movie all around.
You know what? The critics like they bashed it before it even came out. Like
really?
On Rotten Tomatoes, it was like at 26%, and I was like, "What the fuck are people?"
Yeah, all the official critics, from what I seen, didn't like it. But then the streets were talking, and everyone else liked it.
Streets is talking.
You
know what? I mean, I was one of the people who was like, "What are you guys talking about? This movie's fucking awesome." David Ayer's the director. He did End of Watch. Have you seen that?
Which is one of
you
my
gotta watch.
movies.
You gotta catch up on these movies.
I need
Fury,
a movie night.
that tank movie with Brad Pitt. I believe he wrote the first Fast and Furious, so he's out there, like he's tight.
What's crazy too is that you know how Marvel does that whole thing after the credits, they throw a little 5-minute clip.
Oh yeah.
And then being that this is DC Comics, they kind of bit off that.
They super bit off of it. But I mean, they bit off the whole thing.
I'm kind of excited for it though.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Anymore,
let's make that clear. That's tight because they're setting up for the other movies in the universe.
Yeah.
And that's one way that they could build the hype around it. Marvel did it tight. Like after the first Iron Man, I believe, was the first ever after credits scene, and it just kept rolling and rolling. Now they have like 2 after credits scenes, so you got to watch one in the mid after credits and then like one right at the very end.
After it even says everything up.
Yeah. Usually the last one is like the real important one. So for people out there listening, if you watch a Marvel movie, make sure you stay till the very, very end for most of those movies. Yeah.
Or else you're gonna be like, oh man, there's something at the end.
Yeah, you're gonna be out the loop.
I'm out the loop now.
Damn. I'm thinking of all these movies now, like Rogue One. Rogue One looks tight. Have you heard about that?
Nope.
What's a movie
it's a Star Wars movie.
I like weird, stupid comedies. I like 90s movies. Like
Forrest Gump?
Oh, hell yeah. Forrest Gump.
Love Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Shout out to Mikey.
Do y'all know who Pauly Shore is? Like that's my favorite actor.
Yeah.
And he's just ridiculous. I'm so sad he hasn't came out with anything in forever. Like Biodome is a hit. That is so funny. Like that's my type of humor. It's just stupid. I grew up with my brothers, and that's what they were into at the time. So that's always
You're
been
watching what they were watching.
Yeah, right. But I love this stupid 90s Clueless. But on Netflix per se, I just binge watched all of The Office, all of the seasons of The Office, and I watched Parks and Recreation. That was pretty good too. Just finished it. But other than that, I stick to documentaries, and I read a lot though. so I don't watch too many movies.
Reading is good though. Reading something I haven't done in a while that I need to do, and I should do pretty often.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have hella time to read. So I want to start listening to audiobooks.
There you go.
Like audible.com and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Audible. Sponsor us, man.
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
For real.
That's a free one for y'all.
But for real, it's like an escape, helps you relax, like, and you're expanding your mind at the same time. It's some good stuff. I like it.
What are some of your favorite books?
So my favorite author, I'd have to say, is like Chuck Palahniuk. He wrote Fight Club. Yeah. So all of his books are just like bizarre, and they just have twists and turns that you would just not expect. My personal favorite is Invisible Monsters. It's about like this model chick who had it all, and then she got like her face blown off, and so she like had to live like how the other like type of girl would have to live. Like she had this quote unquote like ugly sister, and she became the ugly sister, and then the ugly sister like had reconstructive surgery to be her.
She blossomed.
Yeah, it was just a trip.
To be her sister, like
and she lived her life as the sister, and the sister just had to sit back and be like a butler for her. It was a trip. It was like
they need to make a movie out of this one.
For real, it was such a good book.
Like something I would.
That sounds evil as fuck.
Super evil.
I don't want that to be my freaking sibling. Like,
right?
That's fucked up.
It's crazy. It's super crazy. So yeah, anything by him is just raw. And then right now I'm reading, it's called Just Mercy. It's basically about this one attorney from back in the day when equality just wasn't a normal everyday thing. And he kind of fought for people who are on death row, who are wrongly accused of stuff. So it basically just like follows his journey and his path through just trying to get people out of death row while he was facing opposition himself. It's just a really good story based on his life. Stuff like that.
Do you find like stories like that very motivational for yourself also?
Hell yeah. I was thinking like after I'm like reading a couple chapters, like, oh my God, I can go to law school. I could help this person or that person. I really get like consumed by ideas. Like if I get excited about something, I'll just go for it. So I have to be careful with like what I expose to myself because I'll just run with it.
No, I hear you. Because like, you know how they say when you try to quit something or try to get rid of habits and stuff, like in order to lose something, you have to gain something in a sense, right? So like you focus more on other things. Do you catch yourself focusing more on other things, or
totally? I'm
being
like
more productive and all that.
100%. Like I'm almost like addicted to being busy. Like I'm addicted to having like a gajillion things going on at the same time, doing this. Like last semester, for example, I took like 19 and a half units in school.
Holy
I was
shit.
teaching dance. I was dancing for the school, and then I was working 3 jobs at the same time. I did overnight caretaking. I worked at a restaurant, and then I was a on-call pastry chef for a place in Santa Cruz. So it's like I needed just to like have every second of the day filled, which I mean, everything in moderation is good, but even when you're like busy to that extent, like that's like chill out. Like I didn't
I'm
know
sure
how
at the
to
end
relax.
of the night though, it felt great to just be like, stretch,
Yeah.
fall back, and then just open your eyes. Okay, I'm out. I'm ready.
I'm
ready
ready.
for another
Let's
day.
do this.
Yeah, I love earning my sleep. You know what I
Earning your
mean?
sleep is something good.
It's like a body in motion stays in motion, and a body in rest stays in rest. So it's like when you're not really doing a lot. Isn't that so crazy? I sleep hella more when I'm not doing anything. I just lay down and that's it.
And then you wake up tired too.
Right. You're all groggy and whatnot. It's crazy.
That's inertia, right?
Yeah,
something
that's
in motion
inertia.
wants to stay in motion.
Yep.
Yeah. What?
I gotta read.
I gotta read again.
So what's up?
Should get a word of the day. Ooh, maybe we can start that word of the day on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go do it right now. I'm starting it right now. There's got to be a site that has like a word of the day.
I'm sure
we're gonna get some funny stuff coming up.
Let's see. Get
Dictionary.com has one.
The word of the day
oh
is.
Oh my God.
Let's.
We don't even know how to approach this word.
Wigmillery.
Wigmillery.
Oh, you got to do it like wheat thins because there's an H.
Wigmillery.
Wigmillery.
All right, so for those of you listening, the spelling of this is WHIGMALEERIE. Wigmillery. The definition for Wigmillery is a whim, notion, 2, a whimsical or fanciful ornament or how do you say that word? Contrivance. Gimmick.
Or a gimmick.
Okay.
Damn.
I still don't know what that means.
I want to see. Can I get that used in a
citations
sentence?
for Wigmillery. Anyone else want to read that?
Okay.
It tells the weird story of Holoroids, a fun-loving family of witches and wizards who speak half hollowly and give free rein to their every whimsical Whigmalery.
So like they're every whimsical wigmalery. So
Whim?
that's like their whim, like they're like the things that they're gonna do on a whim.
I think we're gonna end word of the day. This is too hard.
Either that or they were like, we're gonna make this one the
They're
hard
trying
one
to
for
punk
you.
you. I know. They're trying to punk
Really,
you
this
right
is
now.
the word that
this
you
was
picked?
a joke.
Dictionary.com it does not show
They're haters.
Nolo.
Can we get beginners fucking words of the day? I can't even pronounce this. Oh look, there's different days over here.
Ooh,
what?
Me Too-ish. Oh, Me
Me
Too-ism.
Here's another word. This was for Saturday, August 13th. What day is it? I
No
don't know.
fucking way. They made this a belief. Like me.
This is a
Too-ism.
real word. So it's me dash TOOISM. Me Too-ism. And the definition is
just like how it sounds like.
Yeah.
You're being Mr. Me Too.
Yeah, the adopting of policies, methods, products, etc., similar or identical to those of a peer, rival, or competitor.
Okay, they didn't need to put that in dictionary.com.
Yeah, it's like I'm
That's ridiculous.
gonna get a haircut right now. Oh, me too. Both of those are ideologies right there. Me Tooism.
Yeah.
That's
You know what's in the dictionary? Bling.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Lil Wayne right there.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne did that.
And that was a
Seriously?
young Lil Wayne too. He was.
That was before he knew he was reigning. You know what I mean?
What?
Every time you see me, bling bling,
What?
bling or bling bling.
Oh,
Short
they have
for
bling
bling,
bling.
Expensive and flashy jewelry, clothing, or other possessions.
Flashy
Wow.
lifestyle.
Every time I'm buying you,
Ostentatious.
bling, bling.
Ooh, I love that word. Ostentatious.
We don't get ignorant. We get ostentatious.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying
You know what?
that.
This should be a new thing. Word of the day. We should get educated along with our listeners.
That
should.
way, you know,
Good stuff.
if ever we get put in a position to use a new vocabulary word, at least we know we're growing.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
I like to use
Knowledge,
it in different contexts, you know?
Oh, cool.
I talk to people every day.
Tight. Well, this has been really fun. How can people hit you up and reach you and learn more about you and your story?
Well, dang. You could hit me up on Facebook. That's like the easiest thing. My name is Janesse Henke, Janesse. Last name Henke, Henke. You hit me up on Instagram at Janesse Lovely, JanesseLovely. And send me a DM. You can talk to me, whatever. I would love to hear from anyone. And if you're struggling right now with any of the things that I talked about, I'd be more than happy to talk with you. I know sometimes just venting it out and, just saying it out loud helps you to accept the help that you deserve and that you need. So hit me up. I'm here for you.
Right on. Let's play this music.
Good morning, sunshine.
Shit, molded.
I just got molded.
Got molded.
Molded. Let me see molded face. Molded.
How does it feel to get molded, bitch?
Molded.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. You know, this is your boy Bong the Barbarian, your boy Pmac,
Yep.
and our guest Janesse Henke. Thank you again for coming by.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 4 of Hella Molded. We'll be back again on Tuesday with just me and Bong. And then the following Thursday, Calais is coming through, so that one's going to be a fun one. If you like this podcast, then please go to iTunes and rate and review and subscribe to it. It really helps the show out, helps us get out there, and we really appreciate all the love that we've been getting so far. We'll see you next time. Yeah.